Isaac had a fair share of difficult or even unfair characters, such as Afterbirth Plus Keeper, Rebirth Lost, pre-patch Tainted Lazarus, and some other ones I shall not name today. But out of all of them, I kinda miss the worst one. Tainted Jacob. If you remember, Tainted Jacob used to be the most frustrating and luck-dependent character of all, thanks to Issa being a killable enemy that would always stay to red poop and spiked rocks. While it was unfair and very difficult, I kinda miss the unique way you had to play Tainted Jacob. Right now the character is just a stronger version of Isaac, with the ability to burst bosses with Issa and go into Lost form for free devil deals. So with how powerful the character is in his current state, I started wondering, what can we take away from Jacob to make him more challenging than he is right now? In this video I did 2 runs to find this out. One without Anima Sola, and one with Birthright and Broken Shovel. Let's get to the first one and see how difficult the game is if we take away our main defense tool against Issa. While old me starts the run and removes Anima Sola, let me quickly go through the rules of this challenge. First, obviously, no Anima Sola. Second, no game breaks or cheesy builds. Third, I can't use the Lost form in my advantage, meaning I can't get free devil deals and the pickups locked behind flight. If Issa hits me, I have to go to the next floor as soon as possible. And fourth, the goal of this run is Mega Satan, just because I thought it would be a little harder and therefore fun. At first stages of the game, I didn't have much difficulty dodging the enemy shots or Issa. The only annoying thing was trying to use him to kill the enemies, since I can't launch him in a direction I want. Still, he does very good contact damage, so with some correct positioning you can squeeze a little use out of Issa. I didn't really get anything good both in the item room and in the boss room on the first floor. The only noteworthy thing was the note trinket I found, which did play its role in this run. Next floor I also didn't get anything good in the treasure room, but in the secret room I found Mask of Infamy, and also managed to get the tears up from the boss challenge room, and then promptly TP'd out of it through a tarot card. Chapter 2 room layouts, in my experience, are especially annoying in Tainted Jacob, so I was prepared to take a lot of hits. But thankfully I cleared the first floor, only getting hit a single time. I also finally pulled out a decent damage up from the item room and found some HP in the secret room. The boss was a little scary, but still hitless. Next floor I got what I already have IRL, and thanks to our trinket from earlier, this library gave me some more passive items. I also bought Pink Baby and got 2 out of 3 items for Conjoined. Angel Room gave me a pretty underrated relic, and I actually managed to get an item from a confession booth. I think throughout my 3 that got files, I've done it like 2 or 3 times in total. I immediately got the mind out of the stairway shop, because I just love knowing how the entire floor looks. In the item room I got Brittle Bones, generally the best result in the game. Next I had the run winning Angel Room, where I first got Holy Shot and then rolled a key piece into Sacred Heart. From that point I had no trouble in clearing the rooms, since I could just focus on dodging Issa and let my homing tears just kill everything. Until a disaster struck. On 6th floor I accidentally got hit by Issa and was thrown into the Lost form, and suddenly the run stopped being so brain dead. Normal runs don't seem too scary still, but upcoming mom fight was giving me some anxiety. Thankfully, I got a chariot card and did the fight unscratched. The next floor was an Excel, so I quickly got to the bosses and dispatched them. At this point, Issa was the only thing making me not fall asleep. This run been going too well. I even decided to go for Harsh and found nothing noteworthy in the shop. The fight was also a joke thanks to my high tier rate, lost contact, and red steel I got on that floor. Literally nothing happened on Shallow. I just did the entire floor hitless and went straight to the dark room. I got perfection from killing the lamp, but despite having 2 extremely strong items for it, I forgot to pick it up. And at this point I was too skillful, too hot, and too humble to lose to Mega Satan. So the boss goes down and the challenge has been completed. I think this run makes it clear, Anima Sola is not a defensive tool, rather it's a utility one, making control of Issa much easier. Taking it away didn't make the run harder, rather longer and less fun. Now let's up the ante and do the opposite. Instead of taking something from Jacob away, let's give him a little extra firepower. But before that, this is my epic self-shilling segment. If you like my videos or Isaac challenge runs, hit that sub button, like button, and comment about things. I have a Discord server where I talk regularly and host small events. If you support me on Ko-fi or now on Boosty, if you're also Russian, you get access to the supporter channel, where I share some of the material for the videos before they're released, as well as hold votes on which videos I should do next. Big thanks to Palsy and Memo for the recent support. Now shilling is done, returning to the video. For this run the rule set is different. First, I actually can use the last form in my advantage, but it's gonna be extremely risky. Second, again, no game ranks and cheese builds. Third, the run's goal is lamp, simply because I don't feel like going angel route this time. If I happen to find other ways of opening the Mega Satan door, then I'll fight him, sure, but if not, it's alright to skip. This was my second attempt doing a run with these rules, and even though I got hit by ESO basically in the first 15 seconds, I still decided to continue this run. I got the Book of Sin in the treasure room, which sucks, since we have to carry the broken shovel as an active item. The boss was thankfully Larry Jr., so I very quickly boosted through him with Anima Sola. I couldn't find any bombs this floor, so I had to use the tower card. Now, you might be asking, Left, why didn't you pick up those 4 soul hearts on the floor before going to the next one? The answer is very simple. I didn't feel like it. Anyway, now the challenge actually begins. I basically cannot stop moving, like, ever, since I have 4 entire entities to avoid in every single room, 2 ESOs and 2 Mumlegs. I soon lost my Devil's Deal. Damn, would be awesome if I had some soul hearts to avoid that. It's not all that bad though. Thanks to all the stuff endlessly chasing me, it was pretty easy to clear the rooms. And honestly, I like Jacob's Birthright. In right hands, it's pretty powerful. This floor was overall quite decent. I got both tears and damage ups, as well as some soul hearts and an eternal one. It sucks I took a lot of damage from Mom, but whatever, it's fine. I think the way I have to move is very funny. I can't backtrack to not get hit by Mom, but I can't exactly stop moving either because of the twins, so I have to quickly walk in circles or in eights. Another active item in the treasure room. Just great. And no Devil Steal again. I should really look in if I want some devil items in this run. As I said in the first part of the video, Chapter 2 rooms suck. In some of them I basically have to take contact damage since I don't have flight and the rooms are very narrow. My damage isn't great either, and because of my limited movement options, it's very hard to use ESOs to clear rooms. I even had to skip a treasure room this floor just because of how annoying the room layouts were. Even though the boss drop was shitty, the game finally spared me and opened a Devil's Deal with Maw on the voided side, a great quality 4 item. I even managed to grab it for free despite the risk. On the 5th floor, I didn't have a key for the treasure room, and in such a challenge you really don't want to backtrack, so that's gonna be a second treasure item we had to skip. The next boss was Fallen, who is guaranteed to drop a Devil Deal item on death, which was black powder. All things considered, we do run in circles quite often, so I don't really mind it. And just like that, we are on a home stretch, 1 more floor before the run becomes trivial. Remember the treasure rooms we had to skip? It's surprisingly paid out, giving me Luna. Not the best, but still decent to have. The Mom fight was alright, but I definitely could have taken less damage. And now comes the hardest part of the run, Boss Rush. 15 entire waves of bosses, all the while I have to dodge everything happening on screen. This will be the ultimate test of endurance. Well, nah, not really. Since the boss waves give you 2 charges per clear, you can disable Mom for literally half of the waves. And both Isis had no trouble at all in shooting down the bosses, so Boss Rush turned out to be a total pushover. Honestly, Flooded Caves were harder than this entire thing. Since now I had the complete shovel, I quickly skipped the first Womp floor. On the second one, I managed to open a crawl space and lured myself into a trap. Okay, I'll admit, this was really fucking stupid. It's fine though. 3 rooms later, I managed to use the shovel again and get to Sheol. Sheol not only has some pretty annoying enemies, but also can't be skipped with the shovel, so I had to get to Satan manually. And I know it might be shocking to you, my dear viewers, but I'm actually not perfect. And I do make mistakes sometimes. One of them was going into this small room. I got hit by Isa, and even though I made it to Satan, I was not able to no-hit him. Is this it? Is this the end of Challenge Run Saga for Queen Left? Obviously no, I always have to win in every game I play, so I had to give it another try. And for this one, I'm not gonna recap it fully, I'll just show you some key moments. I didn't go Devil Deal cause the first one sucked, which led me to getting another sacred heart right before the boss rush. I also had double shots thanks to these, as well as to a new planet I felt like picking up, and a P4 which worked great with it. I completely wrecked everything in my way and got right to where I was. The Satan fight. This time I dog walked him and got to the dark room. You might be thinking that the challenge is over at this point, but all it takes is one single mistake. That and dark room being the worst floor in the game. Oh look, I unlocked Forgotten. Well, kinda. Thanks to the item thanks to my amazing video gaming skills, I managed to avoid all danger and get to Lamp. And yeah, the fight isn't really that interesting. The boss falls and the challenge is complete. A little anticlimactic, isn't it? I still needed some footage for the outro, so I gave myself that ski and got into Mega Satan fight. So what did we learn today? We learned that Tainted Jacob is actually pretty goated, and he's a lot stronger than your typical challenge character. We also learned that I need to stop being so lazy and upload more often. Jokes aside, I'm sorry for taking such a huge break. This video has been in production for over 2 months. First I got burnt out, then I had a vacation, then the uni reassembled. Hopefully I can produce videos more often now that I'm done with this one. Give me your ideas in the comment section. And as usual, have a good night.